Hey there everyone, it's MisterStubstep, and today, I know you might see this box and be like, what in the world are you doing with a Yu-Gi-Oh deck box? Or maybe some of you are like, yes, he's finally going to do Yu-Gi-Oh! They just gave this to me because I bought so many singles. It was just sitting on the counter and they're like, want a deck box? And I'm like, sure. I feel like I've seen this character before. I don't know if she's related. I was going to say Dark Magician, but maybe this outfit, but then she kind of seems more futuristic, so I'm not sure if you have any information on who this character is. I've seen her on like binders and stuff like that, so I'm not sure what's going on, but oh shoot, I'm gonna show it all the big hitters right away. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to, and we are back. Sorry, it seems like my cat, oh shoot, there was even a V-Star freaking card in there too. Seems like my cat they always like to do their business in the middle of my videos, and of course I'm in the room with the litter box, so it's just scritchy scratchy scritchy scratchy. And I try to avoid you guys from listening to that because if you know what it is, it can be one of those noises that just kind of bothers you. But I have a fat stack of shininess here. I'll break it up because it's very hard to hold in my wee little hands. But what I'll do right now is I will show the price per card. So crazy enough, I have found that, so here's the thing with LGSs. A lot of them, you know, if they're super big or they're super, you know, a lot of visibility, they're going to put prices, be very forward with all their pricing and all that stuff. But then if you go to, you know, other LGSs, if you go at the right time, know the right people, friends with the right people, you're just going to get better prices. So what I've noticed at this LGS, I'm not super close like my previous LGS where I moved from before, but if you come during the week, most people, you know, they're not really going to care. Like, I'll have shown the average value. Usually here I pay about 20 to 25 cents for all the reverse holos, which includes rares and holo rares and all that stuff, which honestly is not a bad deal. Are they worth that much? Probably not. But getting them in bulk from a store like that, just the price of convenience is at that point. But today they only charge me, I think, around 10 cents for each of these cards. So ridiculous deal to fill out pretty much all of like the little holes in my Vivid Voltage set, and now I'm actually really close to completing it, so it's pretty exciting. I think there's only 3 or 4 out of all the reverse holos in the set that I'm still missing, so we'll go through these really quick. We have the Kakuna, which is my favorite artist, and then we'll just go through these. So let me know if you have a complete master set of Vivid Voltage. Look at that beautiful Shaman. But yeah, they charge me 10 cents for all of these, except for the Charizard. I think they charge me like a couple bucks for the Charizard. I do love this Charizard when I was still playing theme decks on PCTGO. I know at the time of filming this, I don't know when this is going to be posted, maybe way later in the year, but the PTCGL, or the Live, has released a beta in Canada, which so far, you know, there's pros and cons, but it just does not look as like flashy, and I feel like it just doesn't even look fun, you know? I imagine it is still fun, but yeah, got a lot of cool reversals. I feel like they should have charged a little bit for these evolutions, but hey, I'll take what I can get. He pretty much took the whole stack. I didn't have Zekrom at all, but they didn't have their Zekrom reverse holo, so I was still missing that. He took the whole stack, slammed it on the counter, and then like sweep them all through. Is this another Komiya artwork? Yep, very beautiful. And I did not have Shed Ninja at all, or Shed Ninja, so there's that. And then we have even more reverse holos, which dang, I'm not very good at doing these when I'm not like swiping through. But a lot of these are, I would say, lightly played, the near mint condition. You could tell that just a lot of them came out of bulk collections and they just put them in here. But over time, you know, they go back and forth, get a little damage. So probably average conditions, lightly played. And then some that are extra scratched out might be moderately played. But hey, these are going straight into a binder. They're the cheaper cards. Gotta love that reverse Eevee. You have the stars for the colorless and then the shooting stars in the background. Very beautiful. Almost reminds me of Animal Crossing when like the shooting star comes and you have to like pray or worship it or whatever. The Snorlax, I don't know if the reverse is worth over $1, but I know when the Snorlax first came out, it was decent because of the Gourmandize ability. Lugia, people always love Lugia. Like, this is a cheap card, but people buy this in a 10 for, I want to say over $100. I can't remember. I feel like I watched it on a top 10 Pokemon video, but yeah, finishing up these reverse holos. Whoa, I got 2 of them. Oh my freaking gosh. I'm a loser. I guess I'm going to be running a Trumbeak deck with that charging trumpet, and then 2 cannon, which I really like that artwork. And then we got some trainer cards. Surprisingly, oh, I didn't have the Leon though. Goes well with that Charizard. But I actually had, surprisingly, a lot of the trainers already, so I didn't have to add too many to the collection. We have that V-Star marker, which is super deluxe. Comes in what, like 1 in 7, or I don't know if anyone knows the pull rates of those off the top of your head for Brilliant Stars, but I will reveal the little Ampharos V that was popping off in the thumbnail. I'll do a cost per card for each of these too. It was funny because the max I wanted to pay So usually when I go to the store, I usually do it about 50, but he went through all of these and like was charging me like $9. And then I'm like, I guess 20 will be my limit today because I can get so many cards. And I do have to put all of these in my apps and everything. So that's going to be kind of obnoxious, but we'll go through these really quick. The Ampharos V. Ampharos always been a cutie. How could you not like Ampharos? We have the Talonflame V. This is quite nice. I mean, not the most... Okay, it's not the best looking full art ever, but I do really like Sword and Shield full arts. People might hate, but I like it. And this has like almost like waves or like kind of like embers, or like if something's really hot, you know, you kind of see like the waves coming off it. And then we just have two flat Vs, I think. The Galarian Tarmanitan V. These are the only flat Vs that I was missing. Oh, shoot! Never mind, I had one more good one. I spoiled everything. My bad. Orbeetle V. There's some Orbeetle V and VMAX decks out there. And then this one just looks extra glittery. I don't know if it's the white. I don't know if it's the fat lips. Okay, tell me, are these lips or is that a beard and then like Santa Claus? Actually, it's probably more like Santa Claus. But when I first saw it, I always think big lips. Or maybe, yeah, which one is it? But I really like the color contrast in this one. It looks very nice. Almost like some Aurora Borealis in your living room in the middle of... I can't remember the full reference to that Simpson episode, but if you want to watch a very interesting episode and you have somewhat of an interest in The Simpsons, watch like the Moe's like steamed hams, or not Moe's, friggin' Mr. Skinner, the teacher steamed hams, like animated in like 8 or 9 different ways. It's a really interesting video throughout the whole. It's like a short like 3-minute or just clip from the show, and like every 20 or 30 seconds, the type of animation changes, and it's one of the coolest videos I've ever seen. And it's of a pretty iconic scene, memeable scene from The Simpsons. It's kind of old now, but yeah. That was the final card of this little pickup. Let me know what you think. I mean, all of these cards for under 20 bucks, I'm telling you, like TCG Player is awesome. I, will live and die by TCG Player. That's where the majority of my cards come from. But if you have an LGS like this, or maybe you can travel, like, I don't want to force you guys to drive anywhere, but if you have one within, a couple hours, or you're on a day trip and you happen to be in town with an LGS like this, I'm telling you, this is the most affordable way to collect master sets. All of these cards, I think after tax was $21. Like, it doesn't get better. I get none of these cards are super mega bangers, but I mean, if your goal is to collect, this is where it's at right here. Also, shout out to the only PSA card in that specific population. So, I mean, it's not worth anything. I paid like 30-something bucks for it, but still, shout out to you, Curlia. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience on, the content and everything. Hopefully I can finish Vivid Voltage by the end of this year. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know any recent pickups that you've got, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.